Okay, hello everyone. Okay, I'm Lion Farts, and you're probably wondering, like, what the hell happened? I mean, why is Rachel no longer, you know, throwing the AT? Why is she not in North Carolina? All that good jazz. What is she doing back in her home area? Well, some stuff went down in Georgia/North Carolina. I'm not going to go into it. Um, Plus, on top of everything, it's irrelevant to talk about it. It's not really important because I still made my decision regardless of that. So I decided to go back home. I needed to get my vaccine done, which I did do the first round. So that was cool, but also terrible because it made me sick. And then the other thing too was that, as some of y'all know, I have bipolar type 1. Now, I didn't know this, but apparently if you take expired lithium, it doesn't work as well. So I kind of went like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs a little bit, but not too much actually, because it still has some level of effect. And so ultimately, I went home. I needed to regroup. I needed to come up with a new plan. And truth be told, I didn't really like the northbound way. I know why a lot of people do it. There was a lot of reasons I wanted to do it, but if I have to be completely honest, I wasn't really into it. I don't know. I felt like a fish out of water because it was in the South. Maryland. Maryland's weird. It's a mixture of South and North, but I just definitely felt like a fish out of water. It was really difficult to be hiking and going extremely slow because of my weight. And everybody's passing me and, make friends is like hello, goodbye, so on and so forth, but, my old kind of tramley people, Retro, Morpheus, Halfway, you guys are awesome. I'm trying to find you, so, if you can all try to find me, that'd be really cool because you guys are awesome and I really would like to be friends outside of the trail. But it was difficult. I missed my friends, I missed my family, then there was the bipolar thing going on, and ultimately it led me to not be excited, and I was getting depressed, and I wasn't having any fun. Like, when I reached the border, I should have been extremely excited, but I wasn't. I was just like, oh, cool, made it to another state, another round of this crap again. And I knew that by that moment something was off. And I was like, I need to change up my routine. So I went and I Google searched more into flip-flopping. And it started to feel right, to be completely honest. It felt right to start with my home state. Technically, because right over the bridge is Maryland. It feels good to be in the East Coast again with foods that I know, candy bars that I know, beer that I know, friends and people that I know. Another reason was I have a mosquito allergy, and if anybody on here knows what it's like to have that, it's quite brutal. Gives me like fever. I just become like extremely exhausted when I have too many bites on me, and gets to the point sometimes I have to take steroids. So there was that to consider, because when you do a flip-flop, you're avoiding that more. You're avoiding the black fly season. I also know Maine is full of mosquitoes, so that's another reason to avoid it altogether. And I wanted to see the AT in the fall, and I knew that if I went no-bow, you can see it in the fall, but not likely, So I wanted to see the oranges, the reds, the yellows in the trees, Another reason was I felt like it would be cool to end it in Springer, so it's like going back full circle, so I can reflect on the progress that I have made when I'm reaching the end of my journey. What else would be good about it? Less competition for shelters. Okay, it is a real problem in the South, and I didn't like it. And when you're fat and slow like me, you knew it was guaranteed that you were not going to find a spot in the shelter during a rainy day. and you might not even find a tent spot on a rainy day. So that's not good, because for me, I'm like, yo, I just did 10 miles. Like, I don't have energy for another 5 or another 10 or whatever, you know? So that wasn't going to work. And ultimately, this one feels right because I'm a bit of a loner, to be completely honest. I have this weird thing. I like to see people when I like to see people, but I also like to be left alone at the same time. I like to have my time to reflect. And it just, Noble, I felt like I got less of that. And it just came to a point I wasn't really feeling like I was being myself. I didn't really feel like I was being true to you guys. And I also was recording less and becoming less excited about my documentary. That even my filming partner, Tim, brought that up to me. Kind of like, why are you recording short little clips and stuff like that? And it's just, there was a lack of excitement, you know, coming from me. And I was like, this needs to change. And I think there's nothing wrong with establishing that something needs to change and that something is wrong. And I feel like it's best to be true to yourself. So if you feel like you need to change to a flip-flop or a Sobo, and you can do it, you have the money to do it, blah, 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 why not? I mean, fuck it, you know, you don't have to stick to one idea. And I feel like there's a lot of pressure in the AT community. Like, you've done Nobo, you have to stick to Nobo, you have to, you know, finish it, never give up. But, you know, if you're doing Nobo and you're like, I don't like this, I want to switch to Sobo, or I want to switch to flip-flop, or injuries happen, or I don't know, life happens and you have to switch, switch. You know, seriously, at the end of the day, you're going to get it done. So does it really matter how you get it done? I don't think so. So it's one of the many reasons why I'm going to change it. Let's see. I saw that this guy who was a preacher in the logbooks, he's still on the trail from what I have seen so far. He was pretty cool. He always talked about God and stuff, and it was very interesting because I'm not very religious, but he is, and I don't know, it's kind of nice sometimes to, you know, keep the faith up and, you know, have this sense of like, you know, God's gonna help you out and stuff. So that was nice. See, anything else going on? I didn't like Georgia. Okay, it was there was no views, almost no views. Better yet, I gotta say that, yeah, because Blood Mountain had a view, and it was nice, but 80 miles of no views, up, down, just drastic ups, drastic downs, no views, the same blue mountains, the same trees covering around, so you don't see the view of the blue mountains. No, almost no towns. Like, you have to get a shuttle to go to town and stuff, and I don't know. I know there's some people that love Georgia. They think it's insanely beautiful, and in some ways it is, but it was also incredibly boring, and I was so excited to get out of Georgia. I really wanted to see North Carolina, but if I have to be completely honest, I would rather see North Carolina in the fall versus the spring. I can only imagine going up those like watchtowers and you just have like a 360 view of just the fall leaves all over the trees and such. That has to be a magnificent view. I can't wait for that. Can't wait to see Smokies also in the fall. Let's see, what else? I hate it. Okay, I got Georgia done. Helen's a very beautiful place. Highly recommend it. It's got this like German buildings everywhere and stuff. Wendy's is really slow there, by the way. But compared to the Wendy's in Maryland, because Maryland has awful Wendy's, it was pretty good. Let's see. Oh, another reason for the flip-flop too. I read that the whites is insanely beautiful in July, so that's another point of consideration. Other than that, it was really nice to see my friends again. Again, I felt like a fish out of water, and I felt like I really needed to be with my friends, partying with my friends, see my dog, see my dad again, see my room even. I mean, it was just little things. Have Utz, chips. I mean, I don't really have it in the South, so I was so happy because it reminded me of home. I'm going to make a salt crab sandwich before I leave too, so I'm excited about that. And then, that's also things that you need to, think about before you through hike about like, can you be away from home for that long or that sense of home? And for me, I quickly learned that it really wasn't for me. I needed to be closer to home while I'm going through this major transition in my life. Yeah, so I guess that was probably the biggest thing, the biggest takeaway is just be honest with yourself. And you want to change something up, go ahead and do it. And another important part is I'm not giving up. You'll see me back out there. I'll be back out there actually sooner than you think I'll be back out there. And, y'all take care. And next time I record my journal, I'll be out on the trail and starting a new fresh start and be cool. Yeah. Thanks.